Not the best place for an unaccompanied student. What went on here, I wonder? What will we find in here? Revelio.
Next time I see Daniel or that student, I'll give them what they deserve. It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
How nice of you to stop by.
Goblins will finally... Not your best moment, I fear.
Fringo! Adelaide's instincts were spot on. He only had Ranrock to believe. Fringo! Aloha Mora.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea. fill up so much you can actually go...
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised.
I'll bury you in the deepest spot.
It's the student of the town. Old friend. You're very hard.
I will make you pay.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? There's that sneaky little student. I've never seen a wizard use that. Is that the best you can do? That was unexpected. What do you think? This will not go well. No.
Just here.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. A boiler door. How to open it? Revelio. 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 What's down there?
You can't stop us. How childish. I won't rest.
You've one less follower, Ranrock. Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be? Revelio. Revelio. Here.
I won't rest until how nice of you to stop by. I will make you pay. Just you wait till I'm on solid ground. You are you will suffer. Not quite. Kill spells glance over me. You're not very good at this, are you?
Get away with that.
Easily diverted. Are you sure you're not a mummy? Was that your club? Prepare to surrender now. A message! Much better. Not quite. Using this strong. Not quick enough.
I should have been. You won't get away with that.
Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise. Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Revelio. Confringo.
I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. Oh, my wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Rebellion.
Revelio. This looks like trouble. Confringo! Off on another adventure, are we? Revelio.
You should hear Shah talking about divination. It's a one.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
கொசு கிடைக்கும் ப்ரோ திறந்து வச்சிட்டோம்னா கேட்கணுமா ப்ரோ? கூட்டுறீங்களா எதுவும்? இல்லை அப்படியே இருக்கட்டுமா?
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
What do we
have here? I hope those assignments were challenging.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
புரியல. தலைக்கு பின்னாடி தான் இவ தலைக்கு பின்னாடியா? இல்ல இல்ல, அதான் இருக்க மாட்டா. ஏன் தொப்பி ஓட்டாலே அந்த ஆளு நினைச்சீங்களா? வால்டமோர்ட்டே கிடையாது இதுல, ஏன்னா அழிச்சிட்டான்ல ஹாரி பாட்டர் தான். ஆமா, இது இப்போ அதுக்கப்புறம் ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு. இப்போ என்னன்னா காப்ளின்ஸ் வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா டிராகன்ஸும் காப்ளின்ஸும் தான் ஏடிபி மாதிரி போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க. எனக்கு கிரேஞ்சர் கேரக்டர் ரொம்ப பிடிக்குமென்ட்டு நான் அந்த கேரக்டர் வச்சு விளையாடிட்டு இருக்கேன். சரி நல்லா இருக்கு அப்படின்ட்டு. பாட்டு கிடையாது, பாட்டு இருந்தா பாட்டு தான் எடுத்திருப்போம். கிரேஞ்சர் ஃபேமிலி சரி கேம்ல வச்சு புக்ல வர ஒரு கேரக்டர் வச்சு விளையாடுவோமே. ஸ்டோரி கொஞ்சம் இப்போ ஒரு கேரக்டர் எடுக்கிறீங்கன்னா அவங்க ரிலேட்டடா ஸ்டோரி போகும். இப்போ கிரிஃபண்டார் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க கிரிஃபண்டார் காமன் ரூம்ல வாழுவீங்க, கிரிஃபண்டார் சைடு ஸ்டோரி போகும், அப்படி மூவ் ஆகும். ரேவன் கிளா எடுத்தா ஸ்லிதரின்லாம் மாசா இருக்கும். போய் பார்த்தது இல்லை. ஹாக்வர்ட்ஸ்ல போய் பார்க்கலாம், ஆனா காமன் ரூம்குள்ள விட மாட்டாங்க. நான் யூடியூப்ல பாத்துருக்கேன். ஸ்லிதரின் காமன் ரூம் சூப்பரா இருக்கும். ஆமா, பார்க்கலாம். அது தனி ப்ரொஃபைல் கிரியேட் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். நானும் பார்க்கலையே. நான் அது அப்படி பண்ணா ஒரு 3 வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த கேம்ல 3 ப்ரொஃபைல் நீங்க டெலீட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் திருப்பி 4வது கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதான் ஏதோ கேள்வி கேட்டிருக்கா, அதைத்தான் நான் பார்த்து அனிமே தான் சொல்லணும் இனிமே. ஐசி ட்ரையம்ப் டேஞ்சர். இப்போ நம்ம கேரக்டர் வந்துட்டு இப்போ நீங்க எடுக்கிற முடிவுல இருந்து கேரக்டர் மாறும். நீங்க உங்க கேரக்டரை எப்படி காட்டிக்கணும். நீங்க இப்போ மால்பாய் மாதிரி கூட இருக்கலாம். இப்போ நான் அதில் சொன்னேன்னா ஐம் நாட் ஷியூர் அப்படின்னா அசால்ட்டா பேசுற மாதிரி, அவங்க எல்லாம் டீச்சர்ஸை மதிக்க மாட்டாங்க, அசைன்மெண்ட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இப்போ நம்ம நீட்டா வந்துட்டு ஹாரி பாட்டர் மாதிரி பேசி அந்த மாதிரி கொண்டு போகலாம். அந்த மாதிரி கதையும் மாறும் அதுக்கேத்தாப்புல. இவங்க திடீர்னு ஃபைனல்ல ஏதாவது நமக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்னா வரமாட்டாங்க. அப்புறம் இப்போ நீங்க அவங்க கூட வம்புழுத்தீங்கன்னா போட்டு இவங்களை போட்டு அதுவா, இது வந்துட்டு டார்க் ஆர்ட்ஸ் ட்ரெஸ். இது வந்துட்டு ஸ்லிதரின் கேங்கோட சேர்ந்து ஒரு வேலை பண்ணதுல கிடைச்சது. இது நம்ம ஹாக்வர்ட்ஸ் ஸ்கூல்ல வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு இடம் இருக்கும், அது ஒரு சிலை. அதை திறந்தோம்னா கீழே ஒரு டஞ்சன் மாதிரி போகும். அங்க போனோம்னா இவன் ஸ்லிதரின்ல செபாஸ்டியன் ஒருத்தன் இருப்பான். அவன் தான் நமக்கு டார்க் ஆர்ட்ஸ் சொல்லி கொடுப்பான். டார்க் ஆர்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா தீயவர்கள் யூஸ் பண்றது. செபாஸ்டியன் தான் ஃப்ரெண்டு, நமக்கு ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு, அதுல ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு ஸ்லிதரின். அவன் வந்துட்டு சொல்லுவான் நமக்கு இந்த மாதிரி கன்ஃபிரிஞ்சோ அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஸ்பெல் வந்துட்டு அவன் தான் சொல்லி கொடுப்பான். அது வந்துட்டு தடை செய்யப்பட்ட ஸ்பெல், பேண்ட் ஸ்பெல், யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. அந்த மாதிரி கேம் காசுலாம் கிடையாது, ஃப்ரீ. இந்த பிசி இருக்கிறதுனால ஃப்ரீ. இப்போ வந்துட்டு இப்போ ஏன் பிசில ஃப்ரீனா இதுலன்னா 5000 ரூபா அந்த கேம். ஆமா, அதுக்கு பிசில ஃப்ரீயாவே விளையாடிட்டு போயிடலாமே. அதுக்கு தான் இப்போ பிசி எல்லாருமே பிசி ப்ரிஃபர் பண்றாங்க. இது ஏன் அப்படி இருந்தும் இது ஏன் நம்ம வாங்குறோம் அப்படின்னா, இந்த ஒரு 10-20 கேம் ஒண்ணுங்கனே ஸ்பெஷலா ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. அந்த கேம்லாம் அதுல மட்டும்தான் இருக்கும். இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு PS4 எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவ். கோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் சிஸ்டிமன் இருக்கா, இது வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இதுல மட்டும்தான் வரும், பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல மட்டும்தான் வரும். அப்புறம் என் தலைவி நடிச்ச லாஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அஸ் 2 இதெல்லாம் PS4ல மட்டும்தான், ஒன்லி ஆன் பிளே ஸ்டேஷன் அப்படின்னு போட்டா இவனுங்க ரிலீஸ் பண்றது இவனுங்க கிட்ட மட்டும்தான் இருக்கும், வேற யாருக்கிட்டயுமே இருக்காது. அதுக்காகவே வாங்குவாங்க எல்லாரும். அதனாலதான் பார்த்தீங்களா, இதுவும் ஒன்லி ஆன் பிளே ஸ்டேஷன் தான். இது இப்போதைக்கு வெளியில வந்துச்சு, இது கிடையாது. கார்ட் ஆஃபர் ஒன்று இருக்குங்க, பார்த்தீங்களா. 18+. ஆமா, ஏன் என்ன என்னன்னா ரூத்லெஸ்ஸா இருக்கும். பிளட்டு அப்புறம் அந்த இது இந்த கேம்ல பிளட்டு தான், பிளட்டு கோரு இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். என்னன்னா லாஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அஸ் பாத்திருக்கீங்களா? ஜோயல்னு ஒருத்தன் வருவான். அவன் வந்துட்டு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட்ல ஹீரோ. அதுக்கப்பால வந்துட்டு இது செகண்ட் பார்ட். இது ஒன்லி ஆன் பிளேஸ்டேஷன். காட் ஆஃப் வார் இதுவும் நல்லா இருக்கும். அப்புறம் நான் சொன்னேன்ல லாஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அஸ் சீரியஸ் இருக்குல்ல, இதுதான் ஜோயலும் எல்லியும் வர்றது. இது ஜோயல், இது எல்லி. இதுவும் ஒன்லி ஆன் பிளேஸ்டேஷன். இதெல்லாம் விளாடணும்னா நீங்க பிளேஸ்டேஷன் வச்சிருந்தா மட்டும்தான் விளாடணும். அதான் அது கண்டினியூஷன் அப்படியே. அதுவும் இல்லாம என்னோட ஃபேவரட் ப்ரோ இந்த கேம் வந்துட்டு வந்தப்போ 2013-14 அந்த கேம் வந்தது. அப்போ வந்துட்டு நான் விளாடணும்னு ரொம்ப ஆசைப்பட்டேன். ஆனால் வந்துட்டு என்கிட்ட எதுவுமே கிடையாது விளாடுறதுக்கு. இந்த PS4 எதுவுமே கிடையாது. இந்த கேம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2020 தான் வந்துச்சு. 7 வருஷம் கழிச்சு தான் வந்துச்சு. இது வந்தப்போ நான் வாங்கிட்டேன். இல்லை இது வந்தப்போ வாங்கல, இது வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு 2 வருஷம் கழிச்சு விளாடணுன்றதுக்காண்டியே வாங்கினேன். இது வந்துட்டு டேட்டா டிஸ்க்குன்பாங்க, அது பிளே டிஸ்க்கு. இது விளையாடுறதுக்கு போடுறது, இது வந்துட்டு டேட்டாக்காக போடுறது. இது அவ்வளோ பெரிய கேம். ஒரு 25 மணி நேரம் மட்டுமே ஸ்டோரி இருக்கும். சைடு மிஷன்லாம் சேர்த்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 50-60 மணி நேரம் வரும். ஒரு மினி ஒரு 8 சீசன் பார்க்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும் உங்களுக்கு. ஒரு சீரீஸ் ஒரு 7 சீசன். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் விளாட்றதுக்கு தான் அது வாங்கினது ப்ரோ. அதுவும் இல்லாமல் கன்சோல் ரொம்ப பெஸ்ட்டு கேமிங்க்கு. பிசிலாம் எல்லாருக்கிட்டையுமே இருக்காது. எப்படி இதெல்லாம் செட் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சவங்க தான் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் செட் பண்ணி வச்சுருப்பாங்க. நிறைய பேருக்கு செட்டே பண்ண தெரியாது. அப்புறம் என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? அவங்களாம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா சும்மா ஒரு 30,000 கொடுத்தோம்மா கன்சோலை வாங்கி விளாண்டோமான்னு இருப்பாங்க. அவ்வளோதான். அவங்களுக்கு அதை பற்றி ஒன்றும் தெரியாது. பிசியை பற்றி செட் பண்ணுறது, இது எப்படி எங்கே கொண்டு வர்றது. இப்போ இந்த கேமே இருக்குது பார்த்தீங்களா, இது ஃப்ரீனா இப்போ யாராச்சும் ஒரு ஆள் வேற யாராவது ஒரு ஆள் வந்துட்டு டக்குன்னு ஃப்ரீ எடுக்க தெரியாது அவங்களுக்கு. அதுக்கு வந்துட்டு கிராக்குன்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும், அது பண்ணணும். மாடுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க தெரியுமா? ஃபோன்லலாம் மாட் அப்ளிகேஷன் வச்சுப்பாங்கல்ல, மாட் எம்போடி மோடுங்களா நீங்க? இப்போ இல்ல ப்ரோ, படிக்கிறதெல்லாம் இல்ல ப்ரோ, அது கத்துக்கிறது தான். இந்த இப்போ ஒரு ஆப் இருக்கு, அந்த ஆப் வந்துட்டு பணம் கட்டி பாட்டு கேட்கணும். ஸ்பாட்டிஃபையே இருக்கு, ஃப்ரீயா பாட்டு கேட்க முடியும். அழகண்ணெல்லாம் வச்சிருப்பாங்களே மோட் அப்ளிகேஷன், நீங்க வச்சதுக்கு இல்லையா எதுவுமே அந்த மாதிரி? ஸ்பாட்டிஃபை, ஜியோ சாவன் அதுலலாம் காசு கட்டணும் பாட்டு கேட்கறதுக்கு, ஆடே இல்லாம. டவுன்லோடு தான் ப்ரோ. சில பேர் வந்துட்டு மாட் பண்ணி விடுவாங்க, மாடர் அப்ளிகேஷன் டவுன்லோடு அப்படின்னு. அந்த மாடர்ஸ் எல்லாம் யாருன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எங்களை மாதிரி ஆளுங்க தான் இருப்பாங்க. அது மாட் பண்றது இந்த மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் பண்றதெல்லாம் நாங்கள் பண்ணுவோம் ஃபுல்லாவே. இப்போ இந்த கேம்லாம் அப்படிதான். இதெல்லாம் இப்போ ஒரு கேம் 5000 ரூபான்னா வாங்க முடியுமா மனுஷன்? எப்படி வாங்க முடியும்? ஹேக்கர்ஸ் இல்ல ப்ரோ, இது வந்துட்டு என்ஹான்ஸ்மெண்ட் மாதிரி. என்னது ப்ரோ?
That will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Revelio.
Excellent. I think you have it. At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Levioso.
What are you up to now?
Seems a pleasant enough little place. These rocks have seen better days.
fix your helm. Thank you for making me a person.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented glue powder.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey!
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being at Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves any time soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I hope to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
I'll kill you when I get down from here! You won't survive this, Ringo! And utterly pissed. Ranrock will be pleased.
I'm famished.
What an unfortunate disappointment! I shall avenge you! What an unfortunate for you! You won't get away with that. This doesn't
You've made your last mistake. You fight about as well as a pumpkin. One that shoots the world out. Put me down! I won't rest. You are postponing the inevitable! This is where you will fail. No!
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
Revelio.
Revelio. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at...
Sebastian! I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section, with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in, I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves Keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by Keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch Keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the Keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio. Confringo.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Revelio. Confringo.
Revelio. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone
Okay, bro.
wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Revelio.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A Keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Doing well, thanks to you.
Revelio. Revelio.
Professor, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, The trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Revelio.
What are you up to now?